Get a tune. We need to get a signature tune.
We need to get a signature tune. Yes, we maybe ask those who follow us and join us to come up with a tune for us to actually do this.
I don't know what to play for.
Anyway, tonight our
Yes,
drams are a complete contrast.
They sure are. They're about
in
mine's
colour.
not quite interesting as yours, but I see that.
Just the way the lights, it's the way the lights hitting me. Anyway, we're going to start off with the Jameson Stout Edition.
Yes.
That was a dram that you.
Looks like that.
Yes, that's the one. That will be the one.
Yep. So that comes in at 46%.
Well, 46. I've only put 40%.
Yes, that's because it is only 40.
That's all right.
Oh dear, honestly. It's just the way my
that would have been my fault actually, because I know that there's other Jamesons that I've had and they've all been 40%.
Aye.
And I just assumed this would be 40%. So it could have been me. I could have been wrong if it had been 46. But if you'd said it was 46, I would have probably agreed with you. But
no, you were not. You were not wrong. I was just reading the right thing.
It's a lovely looking dram, Clark. It's a lovely hue to it.
Aye, aye.
You know,
this is my favourite of the Jameson so far that I've tasted. I like this.
Right. Okay. Well, let's see why you think that's the case. I remember having 3 barrels or something.
Yes, you had 3 barrels of Jamesons. It was good going.
That was a lovely. I thought it was a lovely jam. That was a while ago though. I drunk that ages ago. Anyway, this one, I'm just looking at the viscosity of it. It's actually quite syrupy when you look at the legs running down the glass. It looks very syrupy. So I'm expecting to get a nice mouthfeel for this. I quite like something that's creamy and full. So I'm looking forward to that. So firstly, let's get a wee nose at it. Let's see what you think. Now, first thing I get is cut grass, Clark.
Cut grass?
Aye. I get a grassy, fruity, peary note to that, for me anyway.
Aye.
That's my first thing. I'm just shutting down a message that came
in. Yeah, it's very creamy. I agree with that.
Very sweet. I get a right sweet, sugary nose for it as well.
Aye. Very toothy.
Yes, I quite like that. That's very. It's quite fruit, so you know, like pears and apples and gooseberries and stuff like that. I'm getting that kind of nose for it. No orchard fruits. Is that just me? Bit of honey in there as well, Clark. Kind of meaty. That kind of meaty thing that you get. It's lovely. I like the nose in it. It's not unpleasant. It's not unpleasant.
It's like somebody's just dropped a wee tiny bit of Tia Marie in there as well.
All right. Aye. Yes, I get that. I can pick that up. I know what you mean by that. Right. Slange, mate.
Yeah, that's how we taste it. Come on.
Yeah.
Cheers.
I love that mouthfeel, Clark. It is so full. Coats your tongue, fills your mouth. It's no. Sometimes you get whiskies that are quite thin and watery and runny. This has got a lovely, oily, leathery kind of texture to it. I like that. That is quite nice. I like when it's kind of thick like that. Vanilla cream.
Yes,
my mouth
absolutely.
is just full of vanilla.
That is absolutely right. Yeah.
It's funny because when you first sting me, it's quite sweet. You get a sweetness.
Yeah,
but there's a little bitterness at the end of it.
Bitter aftertaste, that's right.
Aye, which is really quite. It's that. You don't expect that when you've had something so sweet in your mouth and you get that. And I'm left I think I've ate a bunch of flowers or something. It's like I've got my mouth full of petals. Not literally, but it's quite floral.
Aye, okay. Aye.
I could imagine this, because it's got all that orchardy nose and everything else. I could picture you've got an apple tree and all the wee leaves have fell off it, all the wee petals have fell off, and you've stuffed your mouth through them, and you're left with that kind of florally. It's nice. I like that. Very light. Although it's quite syrupy on the palate and quite full, it's really light. I can understand why you like this, Clark.
Yeah, this is my favourite Jameson, actually. I haven't tasted one I like better, but I'm prepared to try more. Just for the sake of research.
Yes, most definitely. I mean, that's the reason why we do this every week. Only for the research.
It certainly is. It's for the research. Well, I'm glad to say I've got another bottle of this sitting in the caravan.
Then we need to organise a weekend away.
Funny that, eh?
I'm not getting much on the finish, Clark.
No, there's a wee bitterness.
There's a wee spiciness. There's a nice wee spicy on the finish.
So we'll work on with it. But it's nice, eh?
Aye. I'm not really getting any stout.
No, that's so. Yeah, we're not drinking this and thinking it's a Guinness or anything. Yeah.
Yeah. Aye. You're not. I'm not even getting a hoppiness for it though, like a beeriness. I've not got really any hops or the lights coming for it. It's a lovely dram though.
It's I like it.
Oh, aye. I'm not sure if Tony will be joining us tonight as well. He messaged me the other day to ask if we were on, and I said yes. But his mother-in-law goes back to Canada, having been visiting him for the last 9 weeks. So he said to me he might be going out to celebrate. And
celebrate going away.
So it did make me laugh. He says, I might have had just too much to drink because I may have gone out to celebrate. So if he doesn't turn up tonight and he watches this back later on, hope you had a good night celebrating. So, have you've tasted this before? Have you scored it before? Aye, this is lovely. I've scored mine.
Right. The last time I scored this, I scored it a 92. But I'm looking at it. But when I'm drinking it, I'm thinking this. I'm happy to give this a 9 out of 10 because I really like it. As I say, it's my favourite Jameson, and I'm quite happy to give this a 9 out of 10.
Well, I've gave it an 8.5 out of 10.
8.5 out of 10. That's fair. Right. That's fair.
So I think if we can find somewhere, maybe about 8.8.
I will do that. I can go for that.
Right. And we'll split that difference in there somewhere, and we'll call it 8.8 out of 10.
We'll do that.
It's a lovely jam. I've had other Jamesons, Clark, and I'll be honest with you, if somebody gave me this in a blind taste and asked me what it was, I wouldn't think that was a Jameson's.
No. I know what you're saying. There we go. No, you would never guess that was a. I don't even know if you would guess that was a blended whiskey or not.
No. One, I don't think I would guess it was a blended whiskey.
No, I don't think you would. No.
I wouldn't have necessarily, and I wouldn't have guessed it was an Irish whiskey.
No, that's right as well. Aye, that's right.
So. Yeah, that's really good. I've enjoyed that. That was a lovely dram.
Well, I'm glad to have shared it with you again.
Yep. again. Here's where I get to say, and now for something completely different.
Completely different. I've been looking forward to this. I've been wondering what this is about.
Well, let me tell you a wee bit about the Dalbeallie. This is Dalbeallie number 7. This is the 7th edition of the Dalbeallie. It's an annual series that Tam do. And they release it for the Spirit of Speyside Festival. So it's the Spirit of Speyside Festival malt, and it's a Dalbeallie dram. And it's named in honour of the historic Dalbeallie station that sits alongside the distillery at Tamdhu. And that obviously played a vital role into bringing Tamdhu and its precious sherry casks until it closed back in the 1960s. So it's been bottled, obviously, at 61% ABV, and there was only 1,000 bottles released. So it's very, very special dram when it comes to it. Obviously, 100% sherry cask. And I know how much I like a sherry cask, and I think this will be no exception.
Right, so we're going to. I'm anticipating a good score for this one then.
Right. I'm going to leave it with you. I'm going to let you talk to me on the nose and whatever else. I'll come back to you because I've done all that. Tony's obviously managed to join us. Whether he's absolutely sloshed or not, having been celebrating the fact that his mother-in-law went home, we don't know. But anyway, good to be with us, Tony. Right, Clark, what are you getting on this one?
That's all the dried fruits again. That's prunes and figs and raisins and it's all that stuff. It's all the stuff that I like in a jam.
Okay, I know. I get that wee hint of clove that's in there.
I see what you're saying, eh?
And a wee bit of orange peel and at that back, that citrusy orange, like a chocolate orange is the way I would describe it, a dark chocolate orange.
Yes, I see that. I get that one. Aye.
What's a belter?
It is quite orangey, actually. Now, I hadn't noticed that, but as soon as you said it, now all I can smell is oranges.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry I did that to you. Aye, but no, that's what I get. I get that. I get clove. I get that hint of cloves. And I get chocolate orange. That's the two main things that hit me. Anyway. Tony's asking what we're on. Oh, Tony, sorry, I've not changed our banner. We're actually on the Dalbeallie number 7. I was just telling Clark that Dalbeallie is the name of the station that's next to Tamdhu. And this is a special dram that they do, a limited edition dram that they do for the Spirit of Speyside Festival, Whisky Festival. So this is a release number 7 for that. Are you ready to taste this?
Absolutely.
I love this dram. I do love this dram. Anyway. Ready? Slange you, mate.
Cheers, let's do this. Oh boy, that is an absolute cracker. Oh, that's a
that wee intake of breath. That wee intake of breath. It's like
absolute. Oh, my goodness me. Oh. Oh, that's just bro. Oh, I love that. Oh.
Aye. I mean, for me, that's it. So tell me, what are you getting on your palate with that one, Clark? What hits you? I'll share some stuff with you when I've done it.
Did you breathe in? Was that your idea? Breathe in, you said.
No, Take that wee, no, that wee, that wee didn't take a breath. It just,
It certainly did. It certainly did.
That's that Quercus Robert cask. That's that sherry cask with a spiciness that it comes. It just catches. It's just lovely.
Mm-hmm. I'm getting that.
Let me give you a couple of wee things just to think about as you're tasting that.
I think it tastes a bit like a digestive biscuit, actually, just a wee bit.
Well, I actually was going to say shortbread.
Oh, there you go. Right, that would be close enough for me, aye. But certainly quite biscuity.
Yes, 100%. Quite biscuity.
Yeah. I'll write
Another
that
thing
down.
I get is all the dark berries. Number 7, Tony. This is Dalbeallie number 7. This is a new release this year for this year's festival.
That kind of taste a wee bit of kind of cherry liqueur, kind of like a kirsch or something in there. I wasn't expecting that either, but that's.
That is a wee bit like a kirsch in there. I get that. Demerara sugar.
Oh, aye.
That dark sugar that you get. Quite a toffee note to it. And I know what you mean by that kirsch kind of cherries and kind of dates and figs and all that kind of stuff in it. It's just, I think it's a fabulous dram.
All the stuff I like.
And the finish is so long. You're left with a mouthful of kind of sherry, spicy, fruity to finish.
It's superb. Yeah.
But the thing is, for me, it is light as light can be. It's not, there's nothing.
That's right. It is.
Just sits so light. There's no afterburn at all. There's just a belter of a dram.
Isn't it just? Oh, I love this. This is as near a perfect dram as we're likely to taste in a while, I think.
Perfect dram could be, yes.
Oh, that's about as near perfect.
Find myself a bottle of this at some point.
Oh, that is just superb.
This could be my dram of the year so far, Clark.
It could be. This is as close to a perfect dram, I think, as we're going to likely come across. This is very, very good.
I'm finding it hard to decide where I'm going to mark it down.
I know. I didn't want to score it 100% because I never have.
I know, but
I'm going to get like
I don't know. I don't know where to mark it down because the nose is lovely in it.
It is.
But for me, the palate, the finish, and the overall impression is just they've got my top marks, and the only place I have marked it down because I've only given it 99. The place I have marked it down is on the nose. I've actually taken a wee bit off the nose, and I feel I shouldn't be taking anything off the nose at all. I want to get 100% because it's smooth, it's rich, it's creamy, it's full of flavour, it lasts for ages, and now that I go back to the nose, I'm thinking to myself, I can't. There's nothing I can mark this down for, Clark. And I know 100%. We never, it's not that we never want to give 100% because credit where credit's due. This dram, anybody that's at the Speyside Festival this year, which is about now, and they are getting a Dalbeallie, they are getting themselves an absolute stotery of dram.
That's a treat. That really is.
That is an absolute.
Aye, I'm well impressed.
It's one of these ones where I think I can shut my book for the year and say There's nothing that'll come anywhere near that. Well, apart from maybe this one, that one might. The one that I made. Anyway, I mean, I've got to give that 100% because I made it. But anyway,
you didn't give last time. The last one 100%.
No, I didn't. You're quite correct. I didn't give my Glengoyne 100% last week.
Yeah.
I was fairly good. Kept myself right. But it's just even now.
I know. I've still got a mouthful of it. I know. It's brilliant.
It's so sherry finished. That wee spiciness sitting on your tongue. It's not like some sherry cask you get, and all your mouth's tingling and it's numb and it's whatever. That's not like that.
No, it's not. No. It's a
wee. It's 61.8% ABV.
No, you'd expect it.
Aye, that's like a 48, something like that, 50%. It is not like a 61%.
No. I keep thinking,
and the team at Tam Do choosing this for this year for the Whiskey Festival, absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah,
I'm super.
I'm going to agree with you on your scoring as well. I'm not going to give it 100, but that's as close to 100 as you're going to get. But there's been one or two drams over the past few years that I thought were close to 100, and this is certainly one of them.
You're a hard man, Clark. You're a hard man. Very hard man to please. I don't know what I'm going to do.
Maybe one of these days I'll get 100. You never know.
I mean, it's disappointing because you're not getting 100 just because you didn't want to get 100. But I'm sure there'll be one day when it comes along, you're going to go.
That's it. This is it. This is 100. No, it is. It's a phenomenal half. I really like that. That's lovely. I'm so glad you shared that one with me because that's just a beauty.
Aye. No. We do get the opportunity to sample and try some amazing drams together here in the tasting bothy.
We've got some crackers, absolutely. Aye.
And it just makes my night when we get a dram like this. Every so often we get two good drams, to be honest with you, because the Jameson was a lovely dram.
Dram.
And I'm glad we did this one after the Jameson.
Yes,
because I think if we'd done this one, the Jameson might have got a lower score, and that wouldn't have been fair on the Jameson, to be honest with you.
That's it. We did it the right way around, didn't we? That's just bro. There's still a wee drop of that Jameson's left in that bottle. So that's quite good. And then there's the other bottle. I think it's maybe a litre bottle in the caravan.
Oh, even better.
I'm sure I brought it back from the airport.
Yes, I need to see what I can get, if I can get a bottle of this, because that is just a belter, an absolute belter here, dram.
It is.
So I'm going to have a wee look at what we've got here, Clark. We've got my Glengoyne 21 to do yet.
Oh, we've got. There's lots of them over there. There's about putting myself doing there's that many.
Yeah, and then we've got loads of other stuff that's in here. Glencadams. We've got I don't know. Got a Tully Barden 228 to try.
Oh yes.
Wee drams for us to go.
Is it the 228 that you've got? You've got a bottle of 228, have you?
I've got a bottle of 228.
Right, okay. I'm going to take a note of that because I've got a couple of different ones.
Have you got the Sauternes Nest cask?
I have, yes. I have.
225.
Yeah. Right, that's good. I've got a list of here of the ones that we've. Right, 228, that's fair. I'll put a wee score through that one.
What else have I got? Well, did we do the Tam Navulin? Did we do the Tam Navulin the other week there? The podcast.
The podcast. We have done the podcast recently. Yeah, we have. Aye, just a couple of weeks ago.
I was going to say that. I thought that. So we've got that. I've got the Glencadam here, which is the PX cask.
Mhm.
And today, there was a Tamdhu 15 arrived for me. So I've got that for us to go at.
No,
And I got my obligatory Glengoyne 10 that I buy every so often.
Because it is a good dram.
Just to keep it. Aye, I think it's a beautiful dram.
Good dram, aye.
And I gave you a dram of the Glengoyne 12.
I believe you did.
So
Have you
there's a few there.
tried
And then we've got the teapot dram still. We've done that, but I've got another one of them to go.
Very good, boy. Very good. Right, well, that's been a good night. I've enjoyed both of these drams. I particularly enjoyed
The Dalbeallie.
Dalbeallie. I know, it doesn't matter how often I look at that, I still can't pronounce it.
Right. What I like is as you take a wee sip with your nose in the glass, then you get that burnt toffee. It's just...
Take a sip with your nose in the glass. Is that what you say?
Well, I can do that. Then you breathe in, no, Clark. Then you do that wee after you've taken a mouthful.
How can I do that with my nose in the thing? I would need a much wider glass than that to get my nose in it as well.
Aye, well, okay.
This is not any petite little snorter, this one.
No, mine's is. I can get them both. I can get the mouth and the nose in at the same time. I've got a flatter face. I'm more like a pig.
I need to go for one or the other. I either go the nose or the mouth. I can't do both.
Oh, smashing. What a night. What a great night. What a way to finish the weekend. And
yes,
tomorrow.
Oh,
well. Because I'm off tomorrow, but you'll be back, ain't you?
No, I started back today. So this is not the weekend.
That's what I'm saying. You're back. I know, you're already back. Tomorrow's Tuesday for you.
It is.
Aye.
Not to be confusing. It is.
So what do I have coming up? So tomorrow I'm off because it's a bank holiday. Saturday, myself and one of my colleagues from Rosebank, we are doing the Whisky Festival in Stirling.
Is that the photograph you sent me?
That was a photograph. That was us setting up to make sure that how we were going to set up when we get there. So it's great to have that little bit of practice, get it set up. That's what we're going to do. That's the drams we're going to be selling and also tasting. Well, nobody will be tasting. Everybody else will be tasting. We'll be in our best behaviour. Although by the time we get to the end of the night, we might need to taste some. We might get the opportunity to taste some, but maybe no, because then again, when I say that, I'm driving the car there and driving the car back. Chris might get to taste some. I'll not get to taste any. But we'll probably have a wee beer when we get back into the town. So that we're looking forward to that. That's next Saturday. And the following Saturday, the 17th, I'm going to be at the Hippodrome in Bonnets.
Right, aye.
For the showing of Whisky Galore, and myself and another colleague, Ernst, we're going to be down there, and again we're going to be allowing folk to try some drams. We'll be sharing some drams with them. Ernst's going to do a wee chat about the science behind the whisky, and then he's going to deliver that, and I'm going to give him some drams to drink while we're there as well. So next couple of weekends, I'm going to be out on the road. I'll share a wee bit more how they went on the Sunday when we're back in the tasting bothy.
Good.
So
look forward to that.
That's it. Get some liquid to lips and share about that kind of side to it and how things are going. And hopefully your brother Ron will be there and Tony will come and join us again. But from us tonight, folks, here we are, signing off, 30 minutes in from the tasting bothy. Good night. Slange, drink safely, don't be daft. Be careful. That's really important to us. And if you can't be safe, be careful. That's what we'd say for Clark and I. Good evening, and we will see you all again in the tasting bothy. Night, Tony. By the way, Tony, I I am in Nantwich next week. I arrive in Nantwich on Wednesday. So I'll drop you a text. We might catch up. Speak to you soon. Cheers now, lads. Bye-bye.
Good night.